Kouchigari is another minor sweeping throw, but this time to the inside. Catching Uki's sleeve and lapel, Tori sweeps the rear of Uki's ankle from the inside of their legs. Reiter of Austria throws Barras of France with a deep Kouchigari. Look how he pulls forward, gets a reaction, then inserts the leg and drives him backwards. Olympic champion Udo Qualmos wins the World Championships with a Kouchigari counter. As Nakamura of Japan attempts Uranagi, Qualmos changes direction and sweeps the leg away. This incredible Kouchigari won Okada of Japan his second world title. Look how he hooks on the inside and the immense driving action to put his opponent on his back. Osotogari is one of the biggest scoring techniques in modern judo. Tori sweeps the outside of Uki's leg and throws them backwards. This opportune combination by Tamura finishes with a perfect example of Osotogari. Kouchigari into a left Seoinage enables Tamura to set her opponent up and to move smoothly into Osotogari and a clear finish. Nicholas Gill of Canada stretches right across his opponent's body in order to drive Croitoru of Romania over in the semi-final of the 1993 World Championships. Hooking behind the knee and pulling very strongly with his right arm controls the Romanian. World and Olympic champion Restou of France combines Kosotogari with a perfect Osotogari. Using Kosotogari in order to get a reaction, she then goes round the knee and drives backwards. Using a high lapel grip, she controls the head, then hooks with a leg, and then sweeps in order to finish the technique off. Schlatter of Germany combines Kouchigari with Osotogari. Keeping control of the head, look at the sweep first for the Kouchigari, then the driving action of the Osotogari to finish the technique off. Kouchigari is an inner hooking throw to the rear. By creating enough space, Tori can hook Uki's inside leg and drive his opponent backwards. Cho of Korea hooks the inside of the leg and in this case drives her opponent over a static leg. This makes this particular variation more Ouchigaki than Ouchigari. But here, in the final of the 1993 World Championship, she makes more of a reaping action. She hooks her opponent's leg from underneath her, making it more of an Ouchigari than an Ouchigaki. Like Ukigoshi, with Ogoshi, the hip is fully committed across the body. Tori's arm goes around the waist and Uki is pulled onto Tori's hips. Tori then rotates Uki over his hips. Timenov of Russia demonstrates incredible power by throwing Tataroglu for Ippon. Using Ashiwaza in order to get a reaction from his Turkish opponent, he then drives his hips right the way through. Martin of Spain counters Pirantosi by driving her hips right the way across. As Pirantosi attacks, Martin stops the technique by gripping around the waist and forcing her hips in front. Olympic champion Kekalashvili of Georgia performs a massive ogoshi on Soz of Hungary. Trapping his opponent at the edge of the mat area, Kekalashvili throws the hips across and rotates his opponent onto his back. Uki Goshi is a half hip throw that spins Uki off to the side. Tori's arm goes around Uki's waist and the hips come halfway across Uki's body. Imbriani of Germany scores Ippon with a perfect ukigoshi. The arm slips around the back, the hips come halfway across and she rotates her opponent over. World champion Graham Randall scores with a driving variation of ukigoshi. Starting from a lapel grip, he half connects with the hips and powers sideways.
Cross chest hold. The key to the pin is to ensure that you lock your opponent's arm and keep it close to your chest. As you control the arm, ensure that the wrist is locked under your arm. Hold on to the gi and keep your chest tight and distribute your weight in a diagonal position. Keep a triangular position with your head being the top of the triangle and your 2 feet being the corners. Use your free hand as a brace so your opponent doesn't roll you over. This is a variation of the kesagatame. This is called makura kesagatame, which is a pillow chest hold. The key is still to lock the opponent's arm and then wrap around his neck and grab your own knee. Apply pressure by lifting your opponent's head up and applying the pressure to his chest. This will prevent him from bridging. This is another view of the pin. Again, keeping a triangular position, locking the opponent's head and holding on to your knee. Here's another variation of kesagatame. Put your elbow into the opponent's solar plexus and prevents him from breathing. Apply the pressure directly onto his chest. Secure a grip on the gi, upper half, and put the elbow into his chest and lift up. Here's another view of the pin. Kusure Kamishio Gatame. Now we're going to show you a variation or modification of the standard kesagatame. The principles still stay the same, secure the arm and the triangular position. However, this time, instead of wrapping your arms around his head, you're going to go underneath his arm. Use that arm as a brace so that he doesn't roll you over. Again, all the same principles apply from the standard kesagatame. Secure the arm, keep close to the chest, and now use your free hand as a brace. It's important to secure and lock the arm and use the free arm as a brace. You can see that very well from this position. Now we'll show you an armbar from the Kuzure Kesagatame. Similar to the standard Kesagatame armbar, you're going to move your opponent's arm underneath your leg and lock it with your free knee. Secure your arm underneath his head and use the other arm, free arm, to brace yourself. The same principles apply to the standard Kesagatame armbar. Use your free hand to keep your opponent from rolling you over. Here is another Kuzure Kesagatame armbar combination. As your opponent rolls into you, grab his arm and wrist and apply pressure to his elbow. This is the Wakigatame armbar. Make sure you lock your opponent's elbow with your arm and ensure that the pinky finger is pointed upwards. This is a Kuzure Kesagatame choke combination. As your opponent turns into you, grab around his neck and use your free leg and reach over his head. Apply the pressure with your knee and your leg and pull up on your arm. It's critical to get a secure grip underneath his neck and then reach over with your leg and pull up.